All right. Let's talk about something that might be a loss for us here because the Jaguars are set to interview Brandon Brown, the Giants' assistant GM, for their GM position that is still wide open after they went ahead and basically cut their GM so they can go ahead and get Liam Coen, the coach. And that's an interesting scenario because you got a guy who literally has never been a head coach before, has had trouble even keeping jobs in back-to-back seasons. Because if you look at his resume, he changes almost every year his team or his position. And now you're going to basically hire a GM to work with him. And the GM doesn't get a say in who the coach is. Oh, yeah. And it's the Jaguars who just never do well when Tom Coughlin's not there. I don't know what it is with Tom Coughlin in Jacksonville. It's the only time they do good. But yeah, it's an interesting spot. And I get the intrigue that there's only 32 of these jobs in the league. But Brandon Brown, dude, you're smarter than this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Wait a year and just take Shane's job.
Please.
Jeremy Fowler was the one who let everybody know about the Jaguars. He said, this was on X. He said, Jaguars conducted several Zoom interviews for GM candidates this week and will do more over the next 2 days. Among expected group is 3 assistant GMs, Ian Cunningham of the Bears, Chad Alexander of the Chargers, Brandon Brown of the Giants, and former Titans GM John Robinson. Now, what's interesting is you look at the collective of people we're talking about here. You got the Bears, not a good franchise. The Chargers, good franchise. The Giants, not a good franchise, at least right now. And the Titans' former GM that totally decimated and ruined that team.
Yeah. I mean,
that's not a good list to pick from.
You can also argue, you said Chargers a good franchise. They really haven't been a good franchise for the past quite some time.
Yeah, trade with them right now.
They're like right there to get you hope and never make it.
I want hope. I haven't had hope in years.
Yeah. I hear you.
Even in 22, we went to the playoffs. None of us actually expected to go to Super Bowl run.
I mean, the Chargers haven't had a Super Bowl run.
No, but because you have a quarterback that's decent there. You've had a defense at times, and you got a good coach. You know there's a chance that could happen. I'm not saying it's likely, but there's a chance. You can go into the season with some optimism and hope. The Giants, we went from 9 wins to 6 wins to 3 wins. We're down to 0 wins next season, guys. I'm just saying. That's where we're at. But like I said, to me, that's not an impressive group, and it just tells you that nobody wants the job. It's kind of like the Saints job that went to Kellen Moore. Nobody else wanted it. No one.
Yeah.
Mike Kafka was looked at as a backup. Yeah, that's how bad it is. So, yeah, I got to imagine the Jaguars fans are probably not very excited about this. And, hopefully things do change for them because I feel bad. I feel bad for anybody who's been a fan of a team that's just consistently crappy. And I was long before the Giants, but one of those teams. I just feel like if you're a fan of a team that's consistently crappy and you can continue being a fan, supporting the team, getting excited, going to the games, buying the gear, you're a real fan. I respect people who are fans of crappy teams. I really do. And I know it sounds kind of condescending like that. You're a fan of a crappy team, but they know it. Same as we admit it now. Giants suck right now. Giants have been a crappy team. So, like I said, not a good combo, that's for sure. But hopefully they get a smart young guy like a Brandon Brown. Not Brandon Brown because I want to keep him, but like a Brandon Brown. And, they get a guy who can help turn that thing around because there's been some hope lately with Trevor Lawrence for them. There's been some hope. But Trevor Lawrence had, like I said, that one good half a season. In 22, the same year we had ours. They got everybody's hopes up. Now he's being paid a ton of money. Not a good combo.
Yeah, well, he went on a tear, and they won, 7 games straight?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous that season. But he hasn't repeated that since. Wins or the tear.
23, he still got into the playoffs in potential.
Playoffs?
And 24, just Amber hurted the field.
Yeah, that was bad. It was bad. So,
Yeah.
but he also got hurt, so he didn't get a chance to have a full season. Maybe would have turned the season around. You never know. So,
Yeah, that beautiful hair didn't help him from a concussion this year.
well, I don't think that's what his hair is there for. I don't know Percy as a balding man, but I've heard.
You see those locks?
I remember when I had hair. You know who else remembers? Petridge Farm remembers.
I had Patrick Bob's here.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.